Yo, 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 we are live and in living color, yo. What's going on, Day
Let's
Day?
do it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
What's
let's do
going
this. Let's
on?
do this. All right,
Let's do
Elimination
it.
Chamber, Saturday, February 28th. I personally liked Elimination Chamber, but we're gonna go in chronological order of the events that happened in there. So first, we are going to be talking about the Women's Chamber.
The right winner. The right winner. Um, big stars. We talking about Mania, so big stars, big stars. Um, but the in ring star was Raquel Rodriguez
I
by
knew it, bro.
far.
See, me and you was on
See,
like literally the same thought process. Yeah, hell yeah.
Raquel Rodriguez was the MVP of that Elimination Chamber match. The bummer for me is I honestly feel like she has been putting on bangers after bangers. Even character work, she's developed a lot. I strongly feel like she deserves a strong push.
Yeah,
Now, I'm not gonna disagree. I love seeing Liv Morgan.
yeah.
So Liv Morgan could be on the screen, the Royal Rumble winner. She could always be on my screen, but I feel like Raquel Rodriguez has earned her spot. She's earned her spot, but the right winner and Raquel Rodriguez MVP of the match.
Yeah, I think that Raquel Rodriguez is the MVP of the whole event. Like, I don't think there
Oh
was
yeah.
a better performer that night than her. Like, personally, I also think shout out Kiana James. Shout out Kiana
Yeah.
James.
Yeah.
She
Shout
pulled
out
on
Kiana.
yeah, shout out Kiana. Like, she pulled on like a hell of a performance, and this is coming from somebody who's not too familiar with her work. I heard that she's a prodigy of NXT. I ain't gonna lie, I don't watch NXT like that, but I'm impressed with her work in the chamber. She definitely is somebody that you need to keep an eye on. But let's just talk Raquel again because, dude, like doing the Tejana bomb because like the power slam through the pod on was it Kiana?
Yeah.
It was
Crazy spot.
crazy spot, man. And then
Crazy spot.
the Tejana bomb on Asuka, and then pinned both of
Yeah.
them 1, 2, 3, man. Like,
Both of them. Yeah. Yep. Raquel, I mean, Rhea Ripley, she is making ever since I the character gimmick from her going to Judgment Day, that shifted everything with her. That shifted everything with her. I remember when she used to have blonde hair and she was running like a tag team. I can't remember who was her tag team partner at the time. But Raquel Rodriguez, ever since the Judgment Day, and she turned into mommy.
Big Mommy Cool.
Man,
Yeah.
man, it was no turning back after that. It was no turning back after that. It was the best match of the night. It was the best match of the night.
Best
Like
match of the night, the women's chamber.
best match of the night. Best match. It like in ring. Best match of the night.
How'd you feel about Tiffany Stratton, or is there anybody else other than like Kiana James and Raquel that we didn't talk about from the women's chamber that like caught your eye or somebody like that?
Tiffy title run was weak. So if they're pumping the brakes on her, and she got injured as well. But if they're pumping the brakes on her, cool. But Tiffy time is here to stay.
Yeah,
So I'm not. No, the thing about this match and why I feel like it was the best match, no one stopped dropped. No one stopped dropped. Like, um, Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy Time is gonna be there again. Rhea Ripley, big name.
yeah,
She's going on Mania. Raquel Rodriguez, MVP of the match. Alexa Bliss, the aura around Alexa Bliss, you can't deny. You just
absolutely.
can't deny. You can't deny. And yet we're gonna come across people of that sorts in the business where you just can't deny the aura. So her stock doesn't drop. So all in all, my only concern is at Mania, we're set up to have, and this is my question to you.
Yeah.
We're set up to now have Raquel Rodriguez and Jade Cargill.
Rhea.
Big names. Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. Do you think there was someone else in a match in the Elimination Chamber that would have been a better decision than Rhea Ripley working a feud for WrestleMania? Other than a big name in that Elimination Chamber that will have a better feud, in your opinion, than this upcoming Mania match between Jade and Rhea Ripley?
So you're asking to like choose somebody else in the chamber, or who wasn't even in the chamber, or in the chamber?
It could be a woman on an active roster that wasn't in a chamber. It can't be like a Bianca Belair because she's injured.
Yeah. All right.
But someone actively on a roster that you think would have fit better than Rhea Ripley.
I honestly think there's nobody that can step in the extra. When you think of Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill, that match is money. That is what everybody wants to see. The Storm versus the Eradicator. This is a match right here. This is a marquee matchup right here. And that's one thing that I love about women's wrestling. Because once upon a time, I know this is going to be a controversial take and all that stuff. Don't behead me, females. Ladies, chill out on me. But, it used to be a point where women's matches were bathroom breaks. Like Kelly, for an example, fine as hell. Fine, very beautiful. Eve Torres, beautiful. Maria Kanellis, beautiful. These are beautiful women. But when it came to actual wrestling and stuff like that, they used to have bra and panties matches back in me and your day, bro. We remember the bra and panty matches vividly. There will be some bra and panty matches for championship belts. Championship belts can change hands. You know what I mean? So, we go from that to now having these two big, solar system names, out of this world, Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. Now, you had your
wrestlers back. You had...
Yeah. You had your wrestlers. You had your wrestlers back then, your female wrestlers back then. Of course, your Beth Phoenixes, Michelle McCool and all.
This is the peak of the peak. It doesn't get better than this. I haven't seen a woman roster so elevated,
Yes.
So elevated. Now... from an in-ring standpoint, I do believe there's someone on the roster that would have put in a better in-ring match than Rhea Ripley. And that's Asuka. That's Asuka. She's like the female version of AJ Styles to me. She can make anyone look like perfect in that ring. I love Asuka. And the whole thing that she has going on with what's the female name?
Are you talking about Kyrie?
A few going on. Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie.
It's not a few. It's growing. It's growing, and everybody sees it. I like that. But if I could have picked someone from an in-ring standpoint that would have been better than Rhea Ripley to face Jade, I would have picked Asuka.
That's a good take. I honestly think for Mania they're building up Asuka and Io Sky, because now that Io Sky and Rhea Ripley are no longer the tag team champions, and Rhea Ripley is doing her own thing now. She's going on to WrestleMania to face Jade Cargill. It leaves the question: what do we do with Io Sky? Because Io Sky is just too damn talented of a wrestler to just leave off WrestleMania.
Io Sky's another good one too.
Yeah,
Io Sky's another great one. The AJ Styles comparison, I'm gonna be honest with you, it could go on to both of them. Honestly, but yeah.
Two of my favorite female matches of all time, is the triple threat between Bianca, Rhea, and Io Sky at WrestleMania.
Great match.
And an underrated match, Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer on Raw.
Underrated?
Underrated. So underrated. It is marvelous. When they faced off against each other for the first time on Monday Night Raw, it was perfection. Bathroom breaks for women's wrestling, bathroom breaks are no longer a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we're no longer going to the bathroom for you guys.
Yeah.
I know what we're going to the bathroom for though. I know what we're going to before.
Oh, brother, whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
I honestly think Alexa Bliss, you mentioned Alexa Bliss and her aura. I think she's going to be in the tag team championship scene. We're going to talk about that again. I think it's going to be Lash Legend and Nia Jax, who are the champions right now. They're going to be facing up against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And there was one more team. Oh, yeah. Raquel and Roxanne Perez. I think them two are also going to be in the tag team title match at WrestleMania. And I think they're going to be the ones to take it over.
Charlotte Flair is the greatest woman wrestler of all time. That's my opinion, but that's who she is to me. She doesn't lose at Mania, guys. That's not something that she does. Charlotte Flair doesn't lose in big matches. And honestly, she's usually the main eventer when it comes to the women's section of the show. As of recently, I know she's going through this like character development to get the crowd up under her.
Yeah.
Which I love, being right next to a fan favorite. I think they take it to another level, and I think Alexa Bliss and Charlotte wins. And this is all for the character development of Charlotte, because you got to look at the way WWE is going right now. I don't believe Charlotte have much time in front of her, and they're doing their, let's say, like veterans talents justice. So it's like, hey, now the other teams in the match, like you said, the Last Legends and the Nia Jax, that's a great team.
I love them.
They're gonna get the tag. They're gonna get the tag titles back eventually. But I'm saying, to tell the story of Charlotte Flair and to boost up Alexa Bliss, I believe they need to. I believe they need to walk out of Mania tag champ. That's me.
All right. But overall, the women's Elimination Chamber match, that was tough. Like, it was a great watch to see. And again, as soon as I saw Rhea and Io Sky lose those belts, I knew instantly Rhea Ripley is being geared up to face Jade Cargill. Now, that match is going to happen at WrestleMania for the WWE Women's Championship. And it's going to be a good match that we're going to be looking forward to. You looking forward to that one day?
I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
On we go to the next match of the night. The next match, AJ Lee in her first championship match since returning back. And her first match back was against Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch when she teamed up with her husband CM Punk at WrestlePalooza. And this is the third time that Becky and AJ Lee is going up against each other. Now, all three of these times that they faced up against each other, Becky Lynch tapped out to AJ Lee. And including this time, she won the Women's Intercontinental Championship, AJ Lee, man. Talk about that match.
Good match. Good fight feel too. The Chicago crowd was but they showed out for their natives, which is CM Punk and AJ Lee. It doesn't matter who you put in the ring with Becky Lynch. It doesn't matter. The man is gonna produce. Right now, for me, it's between her and Charlotte as the GOAT, as the female GOAT. It's between her and Charlotte. So to see, and a lot of people were saying, I was seeing a lot of people say, "Yo, you guys let AJ Lee tap out Charlotte Flair. Tap out Becky Lynch and make her lose the Intercontinental Championship. You're making her look weak." Listen, guys, I don't believe AJ Lee is gonna walk out of Mania as champion, because I believe she just did it for the plot. I believe that she's just holding the championship until Mania, and she's gonna drop it again. I don't know if it's gonna be to Becky Lynch, but Becky Lynch doesn't lose any type of. She doesn't lose. Like, she didn't lose any aura. She didn't. You understand what I'm trying to say? I don't believe Becky Lynch took these L's and people are looking at her as weak. I don't look at her as weak. I do believe that, like a John Cena Brock Lesnar situation, AJ Lee now is like her kryptonite. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Everyone has their kryptonite.
Overall match, like talking about the match in particular, what do you think of it? If you had to give it like a letter grade, A, B, C, you can do minuses and pluses if you want to. What would you say? Me personally, I say it might be harboring on C plus territory. Nothing spectacular, but you know, it got the job done. It was serviceable for a pay-per-view match, and I like how more personal it is getting between that. But yeah, 3 times in a row, Becky Lynch tapped out to AJ Lee.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. C plus.
Yeah, it hit in moments. It hit in moments. You know what I mean? Like there was a big kick out when the chair was involved, and yeah, that was a loud crowd reaction when AJ Lee kicked out of that, and of course it was a louder reaction when Becky Lynch tapped out, because she tapped out twice in that match. Once when referee Jessica Carr was out unconscious, she was tapping then, and she tapped again. So the crowd for tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw is going to remind Becky Lynch that she did tap out, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely. AJ Lee doesn't look like she missed a beat either. That's one thing I love. It looks like she just got right back into action. She's a little slower, but it looks like AJ Lee really is just a natural at this wrestling thing.
Absolutely.
She's just a natural at.
I really do think that she was the start of the women's revolution for women like Becky Lynch and the Charlotte Flair and, you know, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, to, like, you know, blossom in the WWE like they are right now. I really do think it starts with AJ Lee, because, like, in a world full of total divas, she was a female wrestler, and that was a huge thing. Like the butterfly belt that she had, bro, like that didn't like define her character, but she turned that belt into something. She made it mean something. She was the leader of the Divas Revolution, in my opinion. She's the one who pioneered it, and now every time I see wrestlers like Bianca Belair, like Alexa Bliss, like, you know, like they're pretty, but they also take their craft hella seriously, I just think of AJ Lee, and I just got to say thank you, AJ Lee, for that.
You're spot on right there. You're spot on right now there. When I think about the Butterfly Championship, I'm not even gonna call it the Divas no more. I like that she called it the Butterfly Championship. When I think about that title, I do think about AJ Lee, and AJ Lee in-ring ability from day one. Day one was amazing. I remember her debut as well. Her debut on Raw when she won the championship. I remember that.
AJ Lee is absolutely a star. Like, she is absolutely a legend. And when it's all said and done, she is going to go into the Hall of Fame for sure. First ballot. She deserves it. And she's got a lot left in the tank. I don't know why I'm speaking like this is a past tense thing, like she's done after Mania. Who knows? Like, she, to me, can be still a full-time wrestler. Now, is it going to happen? I don't know. Because Nikki Bella, she came back and now she's gone. I don't know where Nikki Bella is. You know, she came back for, like, you know, a cup of coffee, and now she's going out of here. You know,
you know how the Bella twins do. You know how the Bella twins do.
Yeah, she had a little feud with
Steph. I give it a C plus. Now talking about the whole feud and AJ Lee, I'd give it a B minus.
Yeah.
At max. B minus at max. But yeah.
All right. So moving right along, we talked about the women's Elimination Chamber match. We talked about the women's Intercontinental Championship match between the man, big time Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee, who's now the new champion. And now we got to talk about the World Heavyweight Championship match. Judgment Day's Finn Balor versus CM Punk. Home crowd, ladies and gentlemen, in the United Center. I believe this was the first WWE pay-per-view event since SummerSlam 1994 that was in the United Center in Chicago. Usually when they go to Rosemont. I think the Allstate Arena. Anytime they go to Chicago, they go to the Allstate Arena. So the United Center where the Bulls play, like the actual Bulls play, this is their first pay-per-view in there since SummerSlam 1994. I gotta fact check that to make sure I'm 100% accurate, but I'm 80 to 90% sure that is the case. But let's just talk about the match at first. First of all, I gotta say that the crowd wasn't really booing Finn Balor as much as I thought they would, because Chicago is a very passionate town when it comes to wrestling. And anybody, like, look at John Cena and CM Punk back in Money in the Bank 2011. Like, that was a hostile crowd for John Cena. So you would think that the same would be for Finn Balor, but the fact that people were actually respecting Finn Balor, I think that says a lot about his work rate and how much he's respected and revered in wrestling.
Yep. If we're gonna start anywhere, the entrance for CM Punk was perfect.
Absolutely.
That was a perfect entrance for a guy who's been through. You know, I'm not the biggest CM Punk fan when it comes to just like the person or whatever, but CM Punk, this last run has made me appreciate him. You know, it's made me appreciate him, and that entrance, I felt it. I was there. I was in Chicago with them. I was kind of bummed out throughout this whole feud, though. I was kind of bummed out throughout this whole feud. So this already starts on the back burner for me. What I mean by that is Roman Reigns and CM Punk have one of the best promos of the year. Let's say that. They have one of the best promos of the year. They get us all excited. He chooses CM Punk. CM Punk is now facing Finn Balor, and it's like WWE is telling him, no, don't choose this match. I don't want you to get hurt. They're telling us they already have billboards in Vegas of Roman and CM Punk. So it left no suspense of like, oh, who's going to win, Finn Balor or CM Punk?
Got you.
That's on one note. The other note is Finn Balor has an alter ego. An alter ego that rarely lost. I think the only loss he took was to Roman Reigns. The Demon. I'm thinking that WWE is going to make Finn Balor be the Demon. And really make us feel like, no, CM Punk, you're going to lose. You're going to lose in Chicago to Demon Finn Balor. When he came out in them purple pants, purple shorts, I was not okay with it. I was not okay. I was not okay. I wanted to see the Demon, and I wanted him to say in the promos, the Demon is coming. So it's like, yo, CM Punk, we know that Demon don't lose. What are you going to do in Chicago, your hometown, when the Demons come to your doorstep? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I wanted that to be the direction that they're going. They did not go in that way. So I was already on the back burner of the match. The match of itself, these are two veterans, man. These are two veterans. Like nothing crazy like the Becky Lynch and AJ Lee match. Nothing crazy, but solid match. Solid match. I give it a B minus. I give it a B minus B. I'm hovering around there. B minus B.
There is one spot in that match that I absolutely melt, like I adored. Finn Balor up on the top rope. He jumps up, tries to land on CM Punk, and CM Punk somehow, some way turns it into a sharpshooter. That right there, that was...
Yeah, that was perfect.
That was chef's
two veterans
right
man.
There. And sometimes I ask myself, with all due respect to Punk, I'm like, okay, is CM Punk still the guy that he once was? Oh, obviously he has thousands of miles, like, on the odometer as we speak, on the wrestling odometer. So right now he's pushing 50. Like, I know he's still got a couple years left in his 40s, but like, the question always remains in everybody's mind. Can CM Punk still go? Can he still put on classic matches? Can he be a solid main eventer at what, 47, 48? And I'm reminded at spots like spots like that, where he could just, at any instance, hook up a sharpshooter. That right there, like, he's one of the best. He's one of the best at it. You know, he's one of the best at what he does, and he knows it.
He is. He is. He is. And for him, like, the reason why I like that promo with him and Roman Reigns is because Roman Reigns hit it right on a button. Of course you're coming to every show right now. Of course you're on Raw. And you can't be a part-timer. You missed all those years.
Mm-hmm.
You missed a decade, bruh. You missed a long time. So now, that's why I came and I say, hey, I appreciate the Punk that we have today because he's defending that championship. And like I said, old age, you can see it. Old age, you can see it. But CM Punk still could go. CM Punk still could go. And the mic skills are still up to par, so.
Yeah, man. Punk reminds me, and he said it himself, he's like a player coach. It's like he's out there, he's doing these promos, he's putting on these bangers or matches, you know, he's doing his thing, but he's also training up the young. He's like, the young is young in WWE. Like, this is youth. Like, we are seeing people in NXT putting on bangers, and they're only 20, 21 years old. More on that in a minute, though. But you talked about the demons running on your doorstep at your hometown, and I find it interesting because this demon-like creature came out and made his debut on WWE. What was in the big, huge crate that they said that they were going to open at Elimination Chamber? And I already see my brother right there just shitting on it. Now,
hey, man. Hey, man. I don't know. I didn't know what to think. Because one of my favorite gimmicks in the WWE is the mythical type of Undertaker, Kane, Bray Wyatt, Demon Finn Balor, the real enigmas. Man, when this vampire from Disney Channel came out of the box, I was like, I'm being punked. I was like, I'm being punked. When this guy off of Nickelodeon came out and he did and it was a poof. And I was like, give me Paul's number now. And I'm like, hey, Triple H, I love you. I don't believe this is all your fault. But man, this is all you. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yo.
I couldn't believe my eyes, Deuce. Deuce, I couldn't believe my eyes, Deuce.
Yo, it's crazy because, like, it was the puff for me. Like, okay, because I've heard of Danhausen. Like, I know he was in AEW. I saw him before. I'm not familiar with his work too much, but according to, you know, the internet wrestling community, the IWC, they say he's a jobber and stuff like that, so maybe put him together with R-Truth and Mr. Iguana or something like that. That'll be cool. So I heard of him, and I was like, oh, Danhausen's in WWE. Oh, snap. He did his little Goomba, shlabody-doo, with all his little, you know, Sting clones. You know, they came down to the ring, you know, it looked like Day of the Dead, like Coco, like the movie Coco. It reminded me, like, you know.
Disney Channel. I'm gonna show you.
So like literally, it looked like, yeah, it did feel kind of like a prank because I knew, I like, as soon as I saw the crate on television, I forget, was it a Raw that it first appeared on? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So when I saw it, when I saw it, I was like, I don't know what's in this box. It's a pretty big box. Like, so a lot of people were thinking Omos is gonna make his return and all that stuff, and they opened the box. Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce, underrated Raw GM. I think he's the second best Raw GM of all time, second only to Eric Bischoff. But that's a conversation for another time. They opened the box, they opened the crate, and it's a coffin. And the coffin just...
And that's where they got me.
Yeah.
That's when they had me at the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
It's a coffin?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Undertaker, Kane, Bray Wyatt. I'm at the edge of my seat. Then the women run out. So now I'm all the way reeled in. They already threw the bait in the water. It got me. Man, when he ran out there, Deuce, I ain't know what to think. I still don't know why.
That seems like a Vince move. That's something that Vince would do, in my opinion. Like that guy.
That's something the old man would do.
Yeah,
that's something the old man would do. That's something the old man would most definitely do. I just don't know. This could have happened on Monday or Friday.
Yeah.
Why? And then the suspense. Why? He's just a jobber. Like, I looked him up a little bit and I seen, I'm not familiar with his work either. But why the suspense? Why all of this for just like a goofy gimmick? You understand? 3 weeks en road to WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? But
honestly,
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like you bring him in before WrestleMania, and it's like, is he gonna be in WrestleMania? Is he gonna have a matchup in WrestleMania? Because like when you think of the talent that is already there on that roster, like I'm letting you know right now. Spoiler alert for my predicted matches. Damian Priest is not amongst the people that are in there. Neither is Aleister Black. Two people who I think would turn the house down, but it's just too many matches that I have listed, and we're gonna go through them in a little bit. But I just wanted to say, man, it was the poof for me. He gave Michael Cole a jar of teeth, and it's like, is that supposed to be scary, or is it like, boo, like spooky, like you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Please let this lead up to something serious.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at with it, because I feel like that's the biggest thing that WWE's missing. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the please make this talent work, please. But the Wyatt 6, I'm at the edge of my seat. Like, please get this right. Please get this right, because we need that. I had a friend tell me one time, a couple of months ago actually, he said, in professional wrestling, WWE, AEW, there's no need for those type of mythical enigmas anymore. You're not gonna see an Undertaker. There's no need for Undertaker. There's no need for Kane. There's no need for Bray Wyatt. It crushed me, because when I look around the roster, there's none of that. There's legitly none of that, and we need that. I believe we need that as a business. So for it to be the box, the coffin, and for it to be a goofy gimmick, I was really disappointed. I was really, really disappointed.
Yeah, only time will tell what they're gonna cook up with that. I'm a huge believer in giving somebody, like, time to cook. Is like, let them cook. But that was I'm not gonna say a terrible first impression, but it was definitely up there. Like the poof for me, it was the fireworks at the end. Like, it literally could have been anything else, but like the poof, the little pss, it didn't even it didn't, like, the whole four corners of the ring didn't even explode. It was just like one spark in the middle, poof, one spark maybe in like the back corner over there, and that was it. You know what I mean? That's like a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, man. Like, he could be at the entrance with the girls. Like, he could be the one running out with the cake and Chucky.
Man, I don't know.
Man. I give that segment an F. That's an F. That's an F.
I'm gonna give it a D. Pause. I'm gonna give it a D. I'm gonna give it a D because, like, although it was a shit like introduction to me, in my opinion, of course, everybody like, oh, DaeDaeLiveTV. I personally don't know what they're gonna do with it. That's why I give it a D and not an F, because it's like, okay, if this leads somewhere, then okay, but like, how do you follow that up? He's not facing Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Like,
you facing Brock.
Like,
you ain't gonna throw him the over.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna do nothing serious with a goofy gimmick. So why introduce it in the road to WrestleMania, the most serious time of the year? That's just my question. This could have been thrown in on a Raw or laid on SmackDown right before Elimination Chamber. This could have happened on Friday. They're in the same state. This could have happened on Friday. Nope. Yeah. Let's wait till Elimination Chamber. One of the most pivotal pay-per-views in the calendar roster. I mean, I just don't know.
I feel like a promo from Danhausen probably would have saved the segment. Like, let us know your intentions on why you're here. It's like, okay, you make this beautiful, grand, like, you build the audience's suspense and all that stuff. Like, you come out in the coffin, you give Michael Cole the teeth. Whose teeth are those teeth? Are those random teeth that you pulled up? Or are those toy teeth? Are those real? Are those fake? Like, you got Michael Cole kind of like, what the hell? Like, you know that if you got the commentators speechless, it's like, why are you here? You have an opportunity. I personally think that if they would have gave him a microphone, you don't even need a lot of time for him. 3 minutes. You could have gave him 3 minutes on the mic to be like, in case you don't know who I am Danhausen, and just introduce yourself to the fans and what your intentions are. Now that you're here in the biggest daddy of them all, WWE, what are you doing here? What is, like, are you coming here to just spook up the place? Ooh, like, you're going to come in here to haunt the place? Or are you going to come here to seriously contend for championships? And that's my personal thing with Dan.
What are you here for?
Exactly.
What are you here for? Because obviously, they waited till one of the most pivotal times to bring you in. So please, what are you here for? So, yes, I agree. A promo would have shed light on the situation, but right now I'm looking at it as just a straight bummer.
Yeah, but here's hoping that, you know, that Danhausen segment or that Danhausen character itself just, you know, works into something. I'm sure he's not going to face off against Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship after WrestleMania. Woo, backlash, I'm WWE Championship. I know he ain't going to be going after the top heavy hitters right away, but here's hoping this, I think they might do like promo work with him and R-Truth. Truthhausen.
Yeah, he finna be at the back. Yup. He finna be at the back. Shit, if there was still a 24/7 championship, he'd have been running after that John right now. He'd have been running after that John right now.
All right. Now we get to the main event. Who gets to face Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship at the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania? Is it going to be Javon Evans? Is it going to be Trick Williams, LA Knight, Randy, Cody Raheem, or the newest addition to the Elimination Chamber after a Jey Uso attack, Logan Paul?
It was solid. It was solid. MVP the match for me. Now, it's so much different angles you could look at it because Logan Paul eliminated 3 people. Logan Paul eliminated LA Knight, Trick Williams. Who else did he eliminate? Javon Evans. So if you look at it from that standpoint, he's the MVP. But there was some spots that boy Javon Evans.
That boy bouncy. That's my guy.
Man, before this match, I wasn't high on him.
Really?
I saw the Gunther match. I wasn't really high on him. Now, and this is why. It's not the in-ring ability. I'm infatuated with how the character. His character is just, I'm bouncy. So you come to me just for a show. So a lot of people, you know, the first person when a high flyer comes up, they're gonna relate him to. Well, he's relatable to Kofi Kingston, but a lot of people was like, yo,
Yeah.
he could jump like Jeff. The thing that attracted us to Jeff before the high flying was the dance, the face paint, the arm sleeves. It was before he even stepped foot in the ring. So I just didn't. The in ring ability is there. Everything else, I was like, I'm not really liking. Trick Willie, on the other hand,
That man is like
Trick Willie, on the other hand, that's my
too much,
dog.
like too much aura. Too much aura.
That's my dog. That's my dog. I don't know what they do with him because I'm against pushing the youth that fast. But you know what? I remember when Sheamus came in and he just kicked the doors down and he's still here.
Yeah.
Like he's still that dude. You understand? So what we waiting for now, Jigga? What are we waiting for now? What are we waiting for now? In terms of match, I give it a B. I give it a B. It's not like the women elimination chamber where I give it like a B plus, you know. But I give this match a B minus B. Solid match. Some great spots, especially when Randy Orton had who did he have on top of the pod? Was it Trick Williams or Javon? He had Javon on top of the pod, and he hit a nasty DDT. A nasty DDT. It felt like he hit him right on a bar, you know, the edge. Hell yeah, that was a nasty spot. It was a low-key spot, too. So, I give it a B. I was surprisingly shocked at the winner, too. That's why I could even push this to a B+. I'm being a little too generous with the B+. But I was surprised at the winner because I had Cody as the winner.
Oh yeah.
You, on the other hand, had Randy Orton. So how do you feel about Randy Orton winning? How do you feel about this match?
I personally think that they chose the right person to win the match. I think Randy Orton, on his quest to get number, what is this, 15? 15 world champions? Yeah, so he's on his quest to 15, and we all know that the Viper's on the latter stages of his career. We know, like, CM Punk, like, he's there really to mentor the young, but he's still out there doing great things. So it's like, you can't just call him just a mentor. He is still an active member of this roster. And I personally thought that, like, because here's the thing with LA Knight. It's like, you present him in such a grandiose way. Like, such a, like he's the mega star. Like, yeah, like, that you can feel it. Like, you put him in all the Slim Jim commercials. You put him, like, he's like a star. He's from Los Angeles. Like, you know, like, you build this character around LA Knight being the guy. He is the guy, the man. But, like, the booking decisions, he's never really felt like the man. Like, and I know you can't push everybody, but LA Knight in the main event scene, I think, is long overdue. And the fact that they just keep playing with my boy, like, like, I know, like, I'm with you. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question about LA Knight. I want to stay right there on LA Knight. That is somebody that's because I want to talk about each individual in this match for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about LA Knight first. So you seem like an LA Knight guy, and I was behind him too. I recently felt like, not all, but he doesn't have that aura that he once had a couple of months ago. When, not even a couple months ago, I remember when Roman was still champion, Roman came out, and before Roman even made it to the entrance ramp, he was still on top where you come out. LA Knight music hits. He bumps past him. He walked to the stage. They cut a great promo. I'm like, this guy, I love him.
Yeah.
They give him mid-card title. Do you feel like they can, one, still put the championship like a world title on LA Knight right now and he elevates it?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you feel like, yo, they have just waited too long to pull the trigger on LA Knight?
I'm gonna give you a little history lesson.
Also
So,
me.
in 2016, there was a big, huge man on that roster that was over. He was so over. His name was Braun Strowman. This man was on like a meteoric rise. Like, everybody loved him. He was giving Roman Reigns hell every single week. He was just coming in, demolishing shit, and just leaving. Just doing this, and just leaving, and everybody loved it. Like, when it comes to monsters, you don't really see much monsters nowadays. But Braun Strowman was that monster. Like, we love to see what he was going to do next. But I think the perfect time to put the championship on him was 2017, 2018. They waited until, what, 2020, 2019, 2020? When, like, kind of struck when the iron was cold. Like, you need to strike when the iron is hot sometimes. And they didn't in this case. They do it a lot. They strike when the iron is hot in a lot of cases. Look at Daniel Bryan. Look at Kofi Mania. Becky Two Belts. Like, these are times where the crowd was overly behind somebody and they struck gold right then and there. Hey, we need to put the belt on Becky. We need to put the WWE Championship on Kofi. We need to crown Daniel Bryan as the new champion. Like, and they successfully did it, and these were great moments. And I felt like with times like Braun Strowman, it's like, yeah, he was champion, but it's like, now it's just and I feel like the same thing with LA Knight. It's like LA Knight in 2023 was on top of the universe. 24, he elevated that United States Championship. That's still one of my favorite United States Championship matches of all time. Logan Paul and LA Knight. Like, a lot of people say that Logan Paul can't wrestle. Bullshit. Because that match, that match was tough in Cleveland. SummerSlam 2024. That shit. You was in attendance, Day. You were in attendance. At the Shitty Brown Stadium, bro. You already know what we rocking. We rocking Pittsburgh black and yellow forever, my nigga. You already know. You already know. But like, in Cleveland, right there, the crowd, like, that was a good match. In the same event that Dominic Mysterio turned on Mommy to get with Liv Morgan. That same event. That same night,
live, brother.
It was insane. It'll take a miracle for LA Knight to have that championship aura that he once had in 23-24. Do I think he still has enough in the tank to do it? Yes. But I feel like he's been played too many times for people to actually take him seriously about it. You know? It's kind of you know what I mean?
Now that's a great point. That's and when you talk about striking when the kettle's hot.
Mm-hmm.
When you say that statement, and you brought up a name that I really want to pinpoint, and that's names like Kofi Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
As of recent, names like Jey Uso. We strike when the kettle's hot.
Mm-hmm.
We strike when it's hot. We give y'all what y'all want. We give you Kofi Mania. I remember when Kofi won.
Oh man!
The next night he comes out and I think he faces
Seth Rollins. It was Seth Rollins in the title unification match, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" They both just won at WrestleMania.
I'm like, "Yeah, what's going on?" Right? That Kofi Kingston run was really underwhelming.
It was.
It was short, but it was really underwhelming. We love the rise. When they got there, we're cool. Jey Uso, we gave you the mid card, and I'm one of the advocates of, hey, let this guy be a mid carder for a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Let me see him feud. I seen enough of Gunther with the IC title to the point where I could trust you with a world championship.
Yeah.
Jey Uso was Intercontinental Champion for what, a couple of months?
Mm-hmm.
Then you had your dad complain about, he needs bigger. Okay.
Yep.
We give you as big can get. You fumble. Kofi, you fumble. So, yes, we have strike when the kettle's hot, but then there's sometimes when you get in these big situations, like last night, I'm not gonna lie, LA Knight had a little blunder.
He did.
He had a little blunder. LA Knight, when you didn't get your way, I think you had to get shelved because remember when he grabbed the fan sign and it said like LA Knight over Jey Uso? I don't think you remember that. It was a couple of weeks ago. It was a couple of weeks ago where where the wrestling community was saying like LA Knight probably got in trouble because he took a fan sign and the fan sign said LA Knight greater than Jey Uso, something of the sorts, which is not something you do. And I'm not knocking LA Knight for that. I'm saying they've waited so long to the point where it's like LA Knight, if they strike with you, we seen this. What new are you gonna give us? What more are you gonna give us? There comes a certain point where it's like you're either a main eventer or you're not. And I don't think he is. I think they waited too long to make this guy a main eventer. And if they push him, I want you to know that reign is not lasting 6 months. That's not going from SummerSlam to Mania. It's not. It's going from SummerSlam to Survivor Series. That's it. And that hurts because I was behind him at a certain point in time. But the hottest he was to me was 2024.
Yeah.
2026. Let me throw out some names to you. Is LA Knight hotter than Trick Williams?
No.
Is he hotter than Over Femi?
No.
Is he hotter than Braun Breaker?
No. He's hurt, but no.
Is he? He's hurt. He's hurt, but no. Is he hotter than Javon Evans?
No.
Come on now. Is he hotter than Logan Paul?
No, he's not. I feel where you're coming from. It's kind of like, it's like waiting. It's like having an apple pie that you just got out of the oven and you have it in the windowsill to cool it off, and now it's the perfect time to eat it, but you just forget about it, so now it gets too cold. Now it's like, you know what I mean? You could put it in the microwave to try and heat it up again, but it might not be the same as fresh out the oven. You know what I mean? And that's what I think about it. But moving on before I cry, because that's my guy. Man, I do think that Randy winning and well, let's talk about the Seth Rollins thing, because it's like Rollins got hurt twice in a year span, and twice he came back and just caused chaos when he came back from the injury. The first one was an injury. Second one, is it an injury? I don't know, because he lied once. They lied once about the injury. What the fuck we know now? We know
once.
Like, you know what I mean?
Lied once.
But like,
lied once.
He cost Logan Paul. Cost Logan Paul that coveted championship match against Drew McIntyre. So now I think that personally, because I think Jey Uso got attacked by the Vision, by Austin Theory and Logan Paul, so that Logan Paul can have that opportunity to go to the championship. So? I personally think so, and that might set up Seth Rollins and Jey Uso versus Logan Paul and Austin Theory at WrestleMania. That's my personal thought.
Not bad.
Because like, who else?
Sami Zayn. Honestly, think the way Sami Zayn's been moving. Listen, man. I like Sami, and this is we gonna talk about the chamber match. I like Sami. I'm a bloodline. You know I'm a part of the bloodline since day one.
Yeah.
I was in a back when Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman sat on a couch and Paul Heyman said, "Believe that." Like, I was in the back, and we left together.
Yeah.
That's how long I've been there. Sami Zayn has, when he lost to Drew, that hurt me because it's like, damn, Sammy, you really deserve a push. But they don't want to give this Sammy the championship. I think Sami Zayn heel is going to shock the world. And let me turn heel against Yeet. Let
That's
me
his
turn
brother.
heel against
His
Jey
brother.
Uso.
His brother
My
in the
brother.
bloodline. Yup.
His brother in the Let me turn heel against Jay.
Man,
Because I'm tired of this shit.
y'all hearing the sizzle, y'all? Y'all hear Dave sizzling, man? He cooking in the kitchen right now, man. Like, whew.
He's seen Jay win Royal Rumbles, Intercontinental Championships, tap out Gunther in WrestleMania to win the world title. You've seen all of this, and you've still been loyal to him. Every time Jay needed Sammy, Sammy was there running. Where's everybody when Sammy's in trouble? Backstage. Sammy, it's your time to turn heel, and it's your time to turn up. Because we don't want Sammy Hogan. We don't want... Man, I've been fighting all my life to get this shot. Shut up, Sammy. We don't want to hear that no more. I want them to say Sami Zayn's the one that attacked Jey Uso. That's what I want happening. That's what I want happening.
That is such... Because I don't even have Sami Zayn in my booking plans. Like, that I got my little list, man. So...
Oh, what?
Because I don't know where to put him.
Disrespect, Sammy.
I don't know where to put him. Because, again, like you said, you hit the nail on the coffin right there, man. Like, because it's like, Sammy, you could go out there and you could portray yourself to be the underdog for too long because you've been doing the same shtick ever since you got elevated from NXT to the main roster. Hell, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, hey, man, I just never got that. Remember when Dolph Ziggler would go on these tangents and he would be like, it should have been me. It should have been me. I feel like it's reminiscent of that, but at least Dolph Ziggler was a world heavyweight champion. He might have not have won the WWE championship, but at least he was a world champion. He reached there.
He had that big goal.
He's and I don't think a lot of people consider him a Grand Slam champion. I consider him a Grand Slam champion because a Grand Slam champion is one world title, both mid-card titles, and a tag team title, which Dolph Ziggler has. So, in my view...
Which Dolph Ziggler has. So, yeah. Yep.
So, Dolph Ziggler is a Grand Slam champion. Like, Sami Zayn, it took him, like, mad years to get his first ever singles title. So, he has the Intercontinental Championship. He has the U.S. Championship. And he was a tag team champion. Now... all he needs is that world title, and he becomes a Grand Slam champion too. But it's like one of those things where it's like, Sammy, do we trust you as champion, like as this underdog story? Like, you finally go get it, now what? But you cooking right now. A betrayed, a beat up, a fucking screwed over. It's not my fault. I'm not an evil guy. I'm just misunderstood. Like, you gonna give me what I want.
And you try to blame Jacob Fatu. And then you try to blame Jacob Fatu for doing it. You try to blame Jacob Fatu for doing it when you know damn well it was you. You know damn well it was you. Trying to show you, man.
That right there, that right there, that's a gold star right there for Day, man. Like, yo,
Sammy is the way to go. Sammy is the way to go, man. Sammy is the way to go. But back to this Elimination Chamber match. Let's talk about the ending. Let's talk about Drew McIntyre coming in. Goes straight to Cody. Tries to beat down Cody. Randy Orton interferes, RKO. Crossroads. Randy Orton snaps. It's Cody Rhodes with the RKO 1, 2, 3. How do you like the finish? Tell me your rating for the match. And where do you think the title scene goes? Because there was controversy after the match where the SmackDown GM came out and said Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes this Friday for the championship, which I'm not mad at. I've seen a lot of TikToks. Yo, I'm mad. Just let Randy versus Drew. No. Nope. I like it.
Me
I
too.
like it. Where are you at with everything? Where do you see how do you see things playing off?
Now, at first, because I wasn't quite sure where they were heading with it, like at the initial, when I saw that initial like RKO and like the crossroads and all that stuff, it's like, okay, where are they going with this? And then as soon as I heard Nick Aldis say Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes this Friday for the WWE Championship, I'm like, ooh, it might be a triple threat. And then I thought again, like, ooh, I think it's going to be a fatal four-way between Drew McIntyre, Cody Raheem, Randy Orton, and Jacob Fatu. I think Fatu interrupts this match this Friday night.
You think Jacob Fatu interrupt the match, forcing who to win? Because
I think it's going to be a double disqualification. Either that or or Drew McIntyre wins. I think he might beat up Drew McIntyre so that he.
So you have Drew McIntyre walking inside WrestleMania as
champion.
Still champion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Because I didn't want the titles to change hands. I didn't want the titles to change hands. But so you're telling me you see a 4-way match for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania?
Yes.
Not mad at that. I'm
Fatu,
not mad at that.
Fatu, Randy,
Fatu,
Cody, and Drew McIntyre. Fatal 4-way WWE Championship. That main event's night 1. Night 2 is going to be CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
who walks out of that 4-way?
That's a good question because like you can go a lot of ways. I think you should be cool on Cody Raheem for right now. I like calling him Cody Raheem. Like he's still like he needs to calm down from the huge buzz that he had when he was champion because he was champion for a long time, and he was in that feud with John Cena and all that stuff and all of that. I think right now like give Cody some time to just like settle down and just go into like other feuds that are like grudge matches as opposed to title scenes and stuff like that, and then work his way back up to the championship again. But if Drew wins, it gives him a lot of credibility because a lot of people play in my boy's face like he ain't like that, and I don't like that. Like, cause Drew is like
they be playing with Drew.
Yeah,
they be playing with Drew.
Drew is not really a world championship. Shut up. Like, excuse me. Like, he is definitely like, and although he might not be the guy that you like want to be champion, he is championship material. He definitely is. But like, you give Randy this win, that gives him 15, and it brings up an interesting question for SummerSlam and beyond. Cody Rhodes trying to just redeem himself because he's been losing and losing lately, and it's just like it's gonna get to him. Like, ooh. Like, I need to beat Randy. Randy was the reason why I lost that Elimination Chamber. And And I think Randy might be the reason why Cody loses again at WrestleMania. Like, Cody's just about to get him, about to get Drew, and then Randy interferes. Maybe hits him with RKO or something like that. And then knocks him out the way.
Yeah, in your 4-way situation, there's only one guy that I don't see walking out as champion, and that's Fatu. That's the only guy that I don't see walking out. The rest of them, Cody winning, that's Cody. Drew McIntyre, just to keep building him. Because it feels like he has to build himself back up. And it's like, yo, Drew is a good wrestler, guys. Let's not play with that guy.
Exactly.
Drew's a great wrestler. And Randy Orton, 15. 15. It's not much. Because he's tied for third with Triple H. 15. Got 1 after Rick, 2 after Cena. 15. Come on. I love it. I love the direction we're going for Mania. I do need to see where things play out this Friday, though.
Yes.
I do need to see how things play off this Friday. But I like the fact that we're getting this match on Friday, because it does add a twist. It does add a twist that I haven't seen before. And, I'm here for it.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely. This is going to be like, It's one of them ones where it's like you got to stay tuned, man. And I be slacking sometimes when it comes to SmackDown. Like I be watching Raw, but like SmackDown, I be slacking sometimes. But like this right here is a marquee matchup: American Nightmare, Cody Raheem Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, WWE Championship on the line. This definitely can impact WrestleMania plans and stuff like that. But we know that Drew's going to retain. Like we know Cody's not winning at SummerSlam or not SummerSlam, SmackDown. I personally think that it's just going to be like a case where Cody tries to win and it just ends in a disqualification because Jacob Fatu interferes and stuff like that. Me personally, that's what I think. They haven't said all of this about Elimination Chamber. What grade do you give Elimination Chamber and what impact do you think it has on WrestleMania plans that are coming up in a few weeks?
It's Elimination Chamber. It's Elimination Chamber. It's gonna have the most impact on WrestleMania because it's the pay-per-view right before. But the grade that I give it, I give it a B minus. Give it a B minus. I'm gonna give it a B minus.
I'm right there with you.
I was shocked by Randy winning. Women show out. New champions. B minus.
CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, and this is one of these main events that you honestly don't know who's gonna win. Like you make Punk win, and Punk continues his streak as being a fighting champion in the company, and build his credibility for the time that he's lost because he said a lot of crazy things about WWE and all this stuff. So have him being the fighting champion that he is in the later stages of his career, and that would definitely be legitimized, or is that a word? Legitimate. I would just say legitimate if he beats the tribal chief. So there's a lot of stuff. Like if Punk beats Roman, that makes him a legitimate, all right, this is the big deal. But if Roman beats Punk, we already not seeing Roman as often. So is it going to be one of those things where when Brock Lesnar won the Universal Championship, where he would show up once in a blue moon, maybe kick some ass every now and then and just disappear with the championship?
I wouldn't want to see that version of Roman. I felt like that killed the last piece of his 4-year run. I don't want to see that. But for CM Punk to beat Roman Reigns 1, 2, 3 clean in the middle of the ring, that's big.
Huge.
That is big. That is big. That is big. I don't know who you would have CM Punk lose to outside of a young up-and-coming star to just catapult that guy. 1,000%. You can't let... Wow. CM Punk winning. Wow. You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
And not just to stay on CM Punk for a little bit. I saw Paul Heyman he was on the show and he was talking about CM Punk and how CM Punk was about to beat the streak. And in whenever he faced Undertaker.
2013.
And CM 2013, yep. And actually that's his best year, 2013, 2014. These are the best CM Punk years. Mm-hmm. Paul Heyman said if you let CM Punk break the streak, you stamp him for the rest of his career. Right there in that moment. And you stamp him to the point where he doesn't have this hiatus. CM Punk does not have the 10-year hiatus if he beats Undertaker at WrestleMania. Now, this win, if he beats Roman Reigns, it wouldn't be the stamp like how he would beat Undertaker because he still had a long career ahead of him. But this win, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Best in the world.
I think Roman beating CM Punk. I think CM Punk beating Roman does more for CM Punk than Roman beating CM does for Roman.
Yeah.
Roman doesn't need to beat CM Punk.
Right.
CM Punk beats Roman.
Yeah.
To the sky, so yeah.
And I was talking to one of my friends the other day about it, and I was like, you actually think that Punk is going to beat Roman? But now that I think about it like that, what does Roman have to lose? We already know he's the tribal chief. He could take this loss and literally leave and then return back at SummerSlam and have a banger of a match with whoever he's going to have a banger of a match with. You know, Punk winning, I think, makes the most sense right here. I honestly think that, like, right there. I personally think. But as it stands right now, I personally think that Elimination Chamber was a fine pay-per-view match. Not spectacular, but serviceable enough to be on the road to WrestleMania, as it usually is, my brother. And I'm sure you share the same sentiments, Day.
Yeah, we have to see where things lead up, especially when you talk about that fatal four-way for the WWE Championship. We got to see if that prediction is right, because I'm here for that. Well, those mid-cards, I don't really know where they go, but that WWE Championship match on Friday, that is something we have to tune in for before we even make predictions on that championship.
Absolutely, and I can't wait to watch that match. Friday Night SmackDown, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre WWE Championship match. It's been great speaking to you, my brother. You know, I always love coming and talking to you about wrestling and stuff, all things wrestling, dude. That's DaeDaeLiveTV on Twitch, DaeDaeLiveTV on Twitch. I'm BrianDeuce _ on Twitch. We will see you next time. We out, yeah. Deuces.
Deuce.